Hey, welcome to the what? Yeah, man. Let's get into the first part of the show, man. Costa
5 minutes
versus
on the clock. I'm not even gonna forget that
Vettori.
today.
Vettori. Is it Vettori? Vettori? What you am I
Vettori,
correct?
Marvin
Vettori?
Vettori.
Marvin Vettori. Now look, man, that was an interesting main event fight, 5 rounds. I don't believe in just a regular fight being 5 rounds. I believe in championship fights being 5 rounds, but that's a different conversation. But this right here, this fight right here was at first it was just a good matchup. And it was one of those matchups where it's like I like to see this. I like to see this. I like to see what happens and 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 see it just two fighters that lost to Adesanya. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all it
That's pretty
is.
much
There
what
was
it
a
is.
race for
Two
second
fighters just
place.
lost to Adesanya. Is it who's going to be the next after the next to actually try to fight Adesanya again? That's probably what this fight was all about. But then we got those weight issues, man. And I want you to chime in on the weight issues, man, because this is one of those things as a fighter. I know you got an opinion on individuals that miss weight. And actually, this person didn't even miss weight. He didn't even cut.
So
So
look,
what's your feeling
hold
about
on.
Costa?
Let's
But
talk about the fight first. Let's talk
yeah,
about the
yeah,
fight
yeah,
first. Let's pull the fight up, cause you watched the fight.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw the highlights
yeah.
after I got in the car. It was about 8 o'clock. I said I get home. I'm gonna drive. I open up my phone. It said Marvin Vettori beats. I was like, what y'all talking about the future? Bellator, the same thing.
Yeah,
Bellator, the same
Bellator fights
thing.
is early
Fado
too.
had knocked the old buddy
Yep,
senseless. Same thing.
yep.
But anyway, so the fight happened. Heard it was a good one. Heard it was a bit
Yeah,
of a
man,
barn
it
burner.
was a banger. It was a banger, man. It was a banger because both individuals were throwing haymakers throughout the whole 5 rounds. It felt like Costa didn't have the gas tank. Felt like that weight cut or weight issues that he was having was affecting him in the first 2 rounds. But then all of a sudden, his third and fourth and fifth round, he was just still throwing those haymakers. And the one thing that Vettori couldn't get away from was the high kicks to the right side of his face. There was that one moment in the fight, I think it was the second round, where Costa caught him clean right across the back of the head with the side of his foot. And I'm telling you, Costa was hitting him so hard with that foot that in the post fight interview, he was limping and his foot swelled up like a balloon. How many times he kicked him in the side of his head and his arm and the side of his ribs on the left side or the right side of his ribs. He was trying to kick him in the body. He was trying to kick him all over the place, man. And they were just letting haymakers on each other, and it was just one of those things where you was wondering who was going to take the most brain damage to the point where who was going to fall first. So and no one failed. That's the biggest thing right there. But the one thing that happened in this fight that I really thought swayed victory to Vittori's side was the fact that it was the fact that the ref took a point away from Costa in the second round for an eye poke. And it was one of those eye pokes that was Costa was going in for a kick to the mid side with his right foot, and he was leading with his right hand, and then he accidentally poked Vittori in the eye, and then all of a sudden Vittori had a 5 minute break. But I just didn't feel like it was called for to take a point away because I feel like that uh, cost us the fight because that 1 point swayed it so much where I feel like it either could have been a draw or Costa could have got that win. But I think it's just one of those things where uh, if you do bad, bad comes to you. So it's like karma. And I feel like that was his karma for, coming into this whole matchup with the idea of not cutting weight at all. But it was an interesting fight, man. They threw a total of I think 150, 160 significant punches a piece or together. So it was a lot of significant punches thrown at each other's heads and bodies and things like that. And it was a very interesting fight.
So look, so when we get to the next issue, we've got Paulo Costa's weight cutting like Bobby pronounces Vittori's last name. Did you even try?
Yeah, I did. That's right.
And so there's a few things to unpack about this. A lot of people are screaming, to the top of the stage, saying like there should be harsher penalties for missing weight.
Yeah.
Like he should lose almost half or all of his purse, or anything like that.
Adesanya said previously that he said people who don't make weight should get 80 to 90%
Purse
of
taken
their
away.
purse cut. Yeah.
Right. I don't think that solves any of the issues. Doesn't
Well,
solve the issue at all.
if you
Nope.
getting 80% of your money taken
Nope.
away, what's gonna happen?
Nope. Doesn't solve the issue.
What's
The reason being is so like it's like this. If I have an idea about how it should be, but it's a terrible idea, so therefore I don't necessarily want to share it. But
what's your idea?
let's just first start with Costa, then come back and ask me what my idea about punishment for
Okay,
weight
then.
cutting was. But with Costa, couple things. There's so many conspiracies going around with Paulo Costa and this weight cut that I'm almost like either everybody's like, man, he really dumb, and I'm like, man, he might be smart. You know, they're saying like he missed so bad that he was trying to get cut by the UFC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. Okay, well, that's not a bad idea. And also, I don't know if he was having some health issues or something like that, but I don't understand how you get to fight week at 211 to make
I think he was.
185.
I think he was a little heavier than that, but he just told everybody it was 211. But he did make one. Eventually, make 205.
He made 205. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
195, and then eventually
Yeah.
they went up to 205.
It's
So
kind of crazy.
with that being said, you didn't show up to fight week at 211 and went, oh no, I don't think I can get there.
Yeah.
You'd have known about that 3 weeks ago when you was 223 and there's 3 weeks for the fight, and you went, wait, I'm
Yeah.
a little off. This
Yeah.
ain't right. I don't know why he didn't say something then. So I really feel like maybe a move was trying to be pulled. And
I feel like it too.
The move that's pulled isn't necessarily to come in a little bit heavy to get that edge. I think he was trying to either pull a move on the UFC, or I don't know what the man was thinking.
He said in the post fight interview that it was due to a bicep tear. I think in his right arm, and that stopped him from dieting down to the weight that he needed to be at in order to cut the weight.
Why he couldn't pick the food up?
I don't know.
I mean, I get it, because you can't exercise the way you want to exercise, but like, I mean, okay, but here's the thing though: when he had the bicep issue, why he ain't say something? Why you wait? What was it, 4 or 5 days before the fight? They be like, hey, guess what? I'm 20 pounds heavier than 20 pounds heavier than the weight class. That don't make no dang sense.
Yeah.
Now, listen. When it comes to punishment for it, so everyone says like it should be a harsher penalty. It should be like a money issue or something like that. Think about it like this. Not everybody gets paid the same in the UFC.
You're right.
Right? So if let's take Anderson Silva, heyday Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva misses weight, and he pays 10% of his purse to his opponent, Chris Weidman. Let's say Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman would make no money when he won the title, right? Right?
Yeah.
Chris Weidman probably made 3 times the payday in Anderson Silva missing weight that he did with his own fight showing win purse. So that's a little disparity there. So think about it like this. I'm fighting a guy, a $2 million fight that's at the top, right? And I miss weight, and I give up 80% of my purse. But I get a competitive edge, and I still win. Have it. I paid $40,000 for that W.
True.
That's a good investment, because guess what? They're not gonna take off my record.
The W.
The W against Anderson Silva. Now I'm not. Now you know what I'm saying. Like Chris Weidman didn't miss weight. I don't. Somebody gonna be like, Chris Weidman didn't. I know he didn't miss weight. I'm just saying, when Chris Weidman won the belt, Anderson Silva was up here. Chris Weidman was down here with his opportunity to get there. Shit, you miss weight and give up 80%. I give you the whole thing. Take the whole $60,000. I get that W where I'm at. I'm over here. They don't put asterisks. That's a hard word. They don't put asterisks beside your name. Now, if they really wanted to get fancy with it, they could say, Paulo Costa missed weight by 5 pounds. Marvin Vettori continued to take the fight. Here we go. If Marvin Vettori wins, it counts as a win for Marvin Vettori and a loss for Paulo Costa. If Paulo Costa beats Marvin Vettori, that match is automatically overturned to an exhibition where it shows up on a record as a win, but it doesn't count towards his record.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got the incentive of like, if you don't think you gonna make weight, you know, now people are probably gonna stop showing up for fights, probably pulling out of fights.
True.
But also, people will be honest and upfront early.
Yeah.
Or if you have a debacle on the weight, or if you have a debacle on the scale, but you come in heavy and you still get a win. You know, some people miss weight because it's bad, but some people miss weight. They like, shit. The hardest part of weight cut them last 2 pounds. Well, if you just don't do it.
And to put on top of that too, just another idea to go along with what you just said. I also feel that if you let the opponent know in a lot of amount of time, and then the agreement is to shift the weight to a catch weight, maybe a month in advance, then I feel like you can still take that match as a win-loss match.
Take it. Well,
but if it's
here,
something
watch
like
this.
Costa, yeah, go ahead.
Watch this now. Taking your point to a little bit further, that's when the purse should be affected. You let them know, okay, you have it in the contract 3 weeks before the fight is the latest that you could say something about your weight. But if you say something about your weight then and we change it to a catch weight, you still owe me 30% of your purse.
Okay.
You got to give up 30% of your purse just to change the damn weight. Now they like, shit, I might have to make that weight. Or they say, or 3 weeks before the fight, you can't change the weight and you don't feel like you can make it. You like, damn, I'm going to have to pull out of this fight. I'm not going to make the weight. Yeah. Now we got 3 weeks to get this figured out instead of the bull crap that comes up where Paulo Costa's like, how the hell you miss weight by 20 pounds?
Yeah, and then you can find another opponent for
at least you can scramble to get something done. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Mike said there'd be too many catch weight matches if you won. Should fight for the belt next. You have to make weight, then can the UFC count on you to make weight? Gee, he ought not to get you miss weight in a eliminator fight. You can't get a title fight, right?
No, I don't think so. No, you shouldn't.
I don't know if there's a rule about it now.
Not at all. I do feel like there's some gamesmanship by Costa, but it still played him in the end because karma bit him in the ass.
Now, not only did you miss weight, like, okay, I'm sorry, you made weight, but not only did you miss the original target by so much, you lost. My man ain't got a leg to stand on. And what happens? If they cut him, they not gonna cut him.
No.
But if they cut him, then he get what he want.
Yeah. Gets to go fight for some good money in a different organization. Probably Bellator. Or one.
You heard Ngannou said,
boxing.
I might have to go to boxing because I got to borrow money for the camp. Said, Romero missed weight and then got a title fight. Yeah, he did. I didn't say the shit was consistent. I just said it should have been a rule.